Namaskar, namaste. Hello and good morning to and good evening to everyone. It gives me an immense pleasure to once again stay connected with you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to say hello to you again. That's all I could say. And if you are still not a subscriber, we strongly encourage you to subscribe to our channel because you will start receiving automatic notifications and therefore it helps you to stay connected with us. And if you have any specific need on motivational topics or anything related to your personal or professional needs, let us know. We will try to do our best. A warm welcome to this session where we are dealing through a lot of motivational topics, not to necessarily called as to be called as motivational topics, but these are the topics that are much needed in your life. You know how you could make your life a wonderful place to live. For many people or too many people, life, it is like a hell. I walk on fire. Please don't make such statements. Life is such a wonderful thing, wonderful lifespan that you and I need to learn to enjoy every moment that you live your life. Learn to walk in joy and happiness. And how can or how is one able to do that is only when he is able to overcome, or only when she is able to overcome, applicable to all the human beings. Very important to live your life as an overcomer. Only then you will learn to understand the values of life. The principles of life will change. Your doctrines will change. Your mindset will change. Everything will change, and you will see a lot of changes in your behavioral pattern, your attitude. Your children will be able to witness, your wife will be able to witness, your husband will be able to witness. It's such a wonderful thing, right? And our job is to only to sow the right seeds and trigger the right the sensory points, and therefore you are able to understand the right things in life. One Yet another session, at another day, at another topic. We are here to talk about very important subject. The title of this session is going to be, where is your focus, on your successes or on your failures? Very, very important discussion, very, very important point where we need to draw some lines and invent some equations. Therefore, you and I stay focused on our lives, right? And you and I do not get into complacency, or you and I do not get too much into intimidations, right? We are going to cover these two aspects and we will see what best to do. Why it is very important to not always focus on success only? Why it is very, very important to not always focus on the failure things? Yeah. But success and failure, they both are part and parcel of our lives. In life, anyone, the biggest top entrepreneur, the top richest person in India or outside India, you can go and ask them. Definitely they would have both the stories to share, because that is life. A person who always talks about the success stories is only talking a lie. Is only and no failures in my life. I have never encountered a failure in my life. He is definitely having a lying tongue, or he is hiding something, right? Or he doesn't want to reveal his failures. But those that are humble these days, everyone have come really strong in social media and all that. Some of the top entrepreneurs, how they began their life, what a misery it was, and how they failed miserably, and how they were thrown out of their schools, including Bill Gates and many other top rich people have come and told the stories. But many people have hidden the truth. But let's forget all of them. Now how about our lives? Let's talk about us, right? Most of us are in the middle class or upper middle class category. We are ordinary people, right? I'm not talking to a politician. I'm not talking to the great richest man and all that. All of us are in the same kind of category. We are all working individuals, and we are all having that little savings, and we have the dream to buy our own flat, own house, own cars, and all these things, and we have great dreams for our children's future and stuff like that. We are all normal human beings. Therefore, success and failure are all part and parcel of our lives. Now, what is the definition of success? What is the definition of failure? We will start with the basics. What is the definition of success? Every one of us will have different definitions. Some definitions may really correlate. For example, already I given you some hints. If I buy my own flat, I'm a very, very successful person. If I build my own independent house, I'm a very successful person. I'm more successful than the guy who had bought that flat. That's a wrong comparison, right? And if you would not do that, that itself is the starting point for your failure. This is how you should not Always get into comparison. See, comparison is good. You always need to have somebody as your role model, nothing wrong, but it does not mean you always need to follow somebody's footprints. You can be yourself. You can have your own ambitions, you can have your own objectives, you can have your own goals, you can have your own visions, right? That's why I'm telling you, it's a very complicated question to answer. What is the right definition for success? It varies from person to person. You are the right person to define that criteria. You are the one person to define that criteria, reviewing various factors, various attributes in conjunction to your strengths and weaknesses. We are not all the same, right? Our eyes are unique. You're right. There is biometrics. Our foot, what is that? Fingerprint and eyes are being scanned when you apply for passport and all that. Why? Because we are unique. Therefore, how can it be a common criteria? Of course, you can extract certain objectives from certain role models. For example, Dr. Abdul Kalam ji is a great role model to me, and I have extracted a lot of principles. I've heard some of the philosophies and teachings of Mahatma Gandhi ji from his books, right? And I'm a great believer in that. I read Bible. You may read Quran. You may read Bhagavad Gita, and you could extract certain doctrines, and that could itself, become that criteria that leads you towards a success path. Therefore, there is no strict definition as such. What is the definition or criteria for success path? When am I able to say that I'm successful? Only you are able to answer that question. No one can answer. There itself, you need to be aware that if somebody is defining certain criteria for success path, there itself you have started walking in the failure path. You have allowed somebody to control your thoughts, your visions, your ambitions. Let it be yours. But nothing wrong in consulting your own parents, young children listening to me, teenagers listening to me. Yes, of course, you need to allow your parents to guide you, because there isn't anyone who's more caring and loving. No one can care, no one can love you more than your own parents. Understand this. It is going to be only fake. Could be hormonal change, or this girl, no, she loves me so much more than my parents. After 5 years, you will know it is the lie of your tongue and your mind. No, that is not the truth. I'm not saying, see, I'm not getting into this infatuation and love stories and all that, right? About which also we did a session, how the feeling gets, originated and all that. So I'm talking to even children, right? There is nothing wrong in consulting. However, the dreams and vision should originate from your heart, but with full maturity, with full visibility. Only then you are able to define the success stories, right? You can have a mentor, nothing wrong, but the mentor cannot rule your mind. The mentor cannot be the definer of your success. Ultimately, it should match with your passion, with your interest. And obviously, you can go and consult more than your parents, more than your mentor. You can talk to your friends, you can talk to your relatives. No problem, right? You pick the right thing, right people, and you decide. Likewise, what is the definition of failure? There is the simple definition for failure is when you have defined certain objectives which will take you towards a success path, you're not able to meet those objectives. That itself is a simple definition for failure. But that is not actually a failure. It is only a learning from the failure, right? Failure is good. Failure is really good. Why? Because failure gives you a lot of opportunities to learn through your mistakes or to learn from your mistakes. Correct? Without making a mistake, I'm not able to learn anything. Can you show me any human being who have not done any mistakes, who have not failed in their lives at all? Some of the top richest and successful people, including inventors and scientists and all that, they will be able to admit that without going through the failures, they have not been able to achieve something big. You and I need to understand that, correct? Only when we fail, we will understand the value of success. Until then, you won't even know the value of success. For example, you are always scoring top, but you fail in one subject, you will know, oh, I've been scoring so much. That means I know the value. Why? Why did you fail? Because you were careless, or you were concentrating or something, or you were very busy in writing love letters and all that. It all happens. It's a good source of distraction. Watching all the movies. Watch movies, enjoy there, and leave Shah Rukh Khan in the screen and come back home. Leave Salman Khan in the theater itself and come back home. Correct? Do not plug those. You talk to Shah Rukh Khan, you talk to Salman Khan, they will agree with me. Okay, it's a movie. You enjoy that, and do not try to play the same role in your real life. Can you jump from one building to the other building? Certain pictures which they shoot, right? They will show there are a lot of trainers, There are a lot of hanging wires and whatever you call it as, right, for their protection. And they rehearse it with their stunts, and then that's how they shoot the movie. One fellow was trying to wheel and he has fallen backward and he died on the spot. Very recently it happened, one week ago in Bangalore. These are all the sources of distraction which will take you towards a wrong destination. That could be the reason one is literally failing always. Why? Because he's trying to mimic somebody that he's seeing in the movie screen, right? Or you and I can never become those Bill Gates or Ambanis or Adanis or whatever, right? They are the top two rich people in India. Ultimately, I have to pull their names, right? And Bill Gates is the top one, rich guy, and the Twitter fellow and Facebook fellow. Now, all these guys are top rich, and Amazon guy. All these are top rich guys. We cannot try to mimic them, but we can be ourselves. We will have our own criteria. But if we are not able to reach to their mark, does it mean that you and I have failed in our lives? Absolutely no. Why? Because we are all unique in our kind. You may not be a trillionaire, you may not be a millionaire, you may not be a billionaire, but you have that peace of mind, you have that joy, you have that happiness, you have that satisfaction of what you have achieved in your life, or what you want to achieve, you have achieved. That is the definition of success. While you are in the process of achieving these success criteria that you have defined, you will definitely fall down multiple times. And that's why we are having these kind of sessions consistently, telling you, learn to rise up. Do not sit down there on the ground. Many children, right, when you don't give them chocolates, I've seen them in the malls and many other shops, they will immediately kind of roll on the floor, muddy floor, nothing, they don't care. I want the chocolate right now, something like that. They'll be beating it and they'll become very ferocious. Correct. You don't have to be like that. When you fail in life, learn to calm down, accept the failure. A person who accepts the failure, or who has the attitude to accept the failure, there itself he has started to walk in the success path. That you can mark the day, I'm telling you. That is the first step where you're heading towards victory, where you're heading towards success. A person who will deny that failure, how can I fail and I'm not going to forgive myself and all that, this is all nonsense. You need not be so offensive, you need not be so arrogant. It's also an act of arrogance. Why can't one fail in life? why can't be a fa- why can't failure be part of your system? It is part of everyone's system. Only thing, have that attitude to accept that you failed. Now sit down, first of all accept, and then do not accept and sit there, oh I failed, I'm a big failure in life, what to do? Not like that. How did you fail? That's called as root cause analysis, RCA. Many professionals will know this. Sit down and do a root cause analysis, and you find out what is the root cause for your failure. All parents listening to me, board exams are around the corner, and you are all sitting with your children and you're coaching them, right? Wherever the marks are down, you're sitting with them, you're not yelling at them. I hope you're not yelling at them, correct? Yelling will not help at all. Learn to sit with your children and analyze along with them. Be part of their system. You did not jump from heaven. And you don't behave like a saint. We also have failed in many subjects, and we also have gone through ups and downs in our academic system. How is that you're imposing only success and 100 out of 100 only to your children? No, that is not the right attitude. Please sit with your children and do that root cause analysis when they fail, and you're able to pull down certain areas, right? For example, they are not good in numericals, they're not good in certain chemistry equations, they're not good with trigonometry, they're not good with certain socials, civics or history or geography. You're able to find out, and you're able to coach your children. You add more professors or teachers or extra tuitions and stuff like that. You're able to build them up, correct? Same principle applies. Why the principle is applicable only to academic system and not in life? That is the reason for failure. Most of us don't even realize this, right? While we were students, we were more proactive in analyzing the root cause and finding out and going and asking for help. And some people go and visit the professors, extra classes, special classes, and stuff like that. But when they become professionals, the attitude changes. Now, how can I? When I'm only not getting promotion, why are you not getting promotion? Maybe you are in the wrong company. Quit that place and go to some other place. I've told this to many people. Yeah, I've given them the advice after talking to them and analyzing. I understood, hey, the problem is not with you. The problem is with the system, the company which you are working. Your analytics, your in IQ, intelligent quotient, is not just suiting and sitting inside or suitable for that framework, because your skills are lying somewhere else. You need to change your field. You need to go to somewhere else. And few people took that advice, and definitely now they are doing very well. You know, Sometimes that could be the root cause. You don't, I'm not saying to say that you need to keep resigning companies and move from here to there, not like that. Sometimes I'm telling, right? And don't apply the same principle with your wife or husband. You cannot find a different husband or wife, and sometimes you need to have the tolerance, there are a lot of failures in marital life. I'm not getting into that subject, okay? Marital life failures can be fixed only through dialogues. You got to be a little adjustive. This is a very good topic also. Some of you listening to me, I've terribly failed in, I'm very serious, it's not a joke, right? I've literally failed. I married a wrong person. I'm telling you, the problem is with you, not with your life partner. Because why? Hey, you have been born and brought up in two different family culture, place, and environment, and situation, circumstances, and all that, and you are brought together, and you are living your life in one home, which means not everything will go very well between both of you. You got to really give up certain things. You got to be really adjustive to certain things. And the more you understand this, the more prosperous your married life is going to be. Simple. It's all about, being little adjustive to the needs of your partner, and that's all. Over a period of time, I'll tell you what the value, the beauty of this being little adjusted is. Not a compromiser. Wherever you have to be strict, wherever you have to confront, you have to confront. If it is not suiting to your culture, if your wife is going somewhere wrong in certain areas, you got to correct. Likewise, wives can correct husbands, no problem with that. But then, not in all areas they are always wrong, correct? You really need to have that adjustive mindset, and that will build a really a fruitful married life. But that is a different subject. I'm talking, that is one important parameter, but the other parameters are very very important. Young professionals listening to me, students listening to me, and senior professionals listening to me, and people who have big aspirations. I'm not able to stagger more money, which I need to buy my flat. Probably you're sticking in the same place who's not paying you at all very well, or some people are in 50% pay cut because of pandemic situation. You are very scared to change your job. You have the skill, but you're scared to experiment. I know many friends in my own play company where they're really skilled. They have so much of potential, but they would not go out. But they will be sitting there and grumbling, cribbing, see, I'm not getting promotion and all that. Yeah, you won't get promotion. You're not able to achieve your objective. What you're able to do in 5 years, you'll end up doing in 20 or 30 years. You're wasting time. You're more talented. You need to try. You need to try for a change. You need to take the first leap. But you may fail. I'm telling you, be ready to accept failures. You may fail, but I'm very sure if you have the attitude to rise up stronger, you rise up as an overcomer, nothing can stop you. Over a period of time, all this will become so casual. A failure, no problem. Let me see what I can do about it. That's it. You will grow stronger. All right. I think I've done my job. Now you have to really assess who you are. You need to take this appetite and chew very well and digest. Let it get into your digestive system, your mind, I'm saying, and you will be all fine. Don't worry. You will do very good in your life. God bless you. Take good care. And if you have not subscribed, subscribe, because you will start receiving these kind of videos, and do not miss on those. Share with whomever you know, and please, let us build the world. It is our responsibility to do something for our society. Therefore, share these channel details, and bless others also. Take care of yourself, and thank you very much for your time. I'll meet you soon. Namaskar. Namaste.